Hey friends, how many of you can remember back to your Sunday school days when you learned this little trick? Here is the church, here is the steeple, and open the doors and you'll see all the people. I can't tell you how long it took me to actually figure out how to get my hands to work together. And you know, in reality, the church has to work together hand in hand and heart to heart if we're going to be effective. And right now, I'll tell you what, it seems that more times we open the doors of the church today and we can't find all of the people. The coronavirus is having an effect on us gathering. And of course, even the new restrictions are keeping people away. So we want to make sure that we're still touching base, and that whether it's online or whether it's in person, that we have the opportunity to be the church. So I want to remind you that as we've been studying in this new sermon series, Aflame, when the world is on fire, the church needs to be aflame. Aflame with a passion for God and a compassion for other people. You see, we haven't lost our power. The power of the Holy Spirit that came not only to dwell upon, but now dwells in the hearts of believers is still active in the hearts of the church. And also the purpose hasn't changed. It ultimately is to what? Glorify God and to love others. And we're always trying to do that. In whatever ministries we have, it's put God first. And by loving God, the best way to do that is to love others. But what about the purpose or the priorities of the church? That's really what we're taking a look at over these days, trying to realign those priorities. And we've said, let's get back to the basics: worship, instruction, fellowship, and the fourth arm of that is evangelism. Well, if you take those letters, you can spell out the acrostic WIFE, W-I-F-E, and it reminds us that the church is to be the bride of Christ. How are we doing at that? You see, God is looking on us with great expectation. He wants us to fulfill that role, to prepare our hearts not only for that day when we'll see Jesus face to face in heaven, but He wants people to see Jesus through our face, through our actions, through our very lives. Well, how do we do it? Worship, instruction, fellowship. That's the church gathered. But being that we haven't been able to do that as much, now we're the church scattered. Can we still be effective? Of course we can. The fact is, evangelism is the church scattered when we go out and take Christ with us. And that's where we'll be this week in Acts chapter 3. Peter and John, on their way to church, just outside the doors of the gate called Beautiful at the temple, they find a beggar, somebody who is in need. And they minister to him, not by bringing him into the church, by bringing the church, and ultimately by bringing Jesus Christ to him. And that's our call. That's our role. That's our opportunity that we have during these difficult days. You see, the doors of the church are open, and we hope that you're able to join us this week, whether it be at 9:15 or at 10:45, or whether you're joining us online. But even more importantly than the doors of the church being open, let me ask you, is the beautiful gate that opens to your heart, open to Christ, and open to others? That's my prayer, and oh, that's my praise, that we will see many, many people come to know Jesus during this time of being separated. For the glory of His name, have a blessed week. Hope to see you Sunday.